Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. Uh, Pastor Clay here. We're celebrating 40 years in ministry, and I got a special guest tonight. We're gonna talk and we're gonna reminisce and talk about the old days, where we come from, and our relationship. And we're gonna do that periodically during the month. So come on in, invite a friend, if you can, if you please. And I'm excited. 40 years is a blessing. 40 years. A lot of stuff don't last 40 years. Hey, Linda Macklin. A lot of stuff don't last 40 years. And so we're excited, man, about 40 years. We're excited about it. We're going to celebrate. Uh, if you're a member of any ministry that I pastored or was affiliated with, and you want to be a part of this celebration, shoot me an email. Let me know. We'll bring you on. We'll talk about it. We'll chop it up. Uh, Preachers and pastors that fellowship with over the years, man, I'd be excited to have you. So we do some of that reaching out. We're gonna do that probably for the balance of this year, given that we are COVID bound. But today at this moment, my brother from another mother, my friend, uh, I started to hide and make it a secret that he was gonna be on, but I can't keep a secret, man. I can't keep a secret. But our special guest is the Reverend Harold L. Mitchell, the pastor of the Great Emmanuel Strangers Rest. Whatever, he'll fix that name because it's a whole bunch of names. He's my moderator. He's the moderator of the Pacific District Association, Missionary Baptist Association. Man, I'm in this picture 2 or 3 times. Uh, are you seeing how many times you seeing me, man?
I see you twice. But
See
really,
me twice.
a little bitty picture in the middle.
Man, yeah, we got all kind of stuff. Let me see if we can fix this. Cause we've been having like some serious technical difficulties. Let's see if we can fix that.
Now I see me twice.
Nah. Now you see you twice. All right. I fixed it. There we go.
Come over a little bit to the right to kill me all the way on the side. There you go.
There we go. Pastor Mitchell.
Dr. Donald R. Clay, man, congratulations on the 40 years, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right, brother.
Man, half of them years you was there, Doc. You was there half of them years. Probably a little bit more than half.
Yeah, I think
Probably.
more than half.
Yeah, probably a little bit.
In 88, I jumped on ship in 92, so I got more than half.
Yeah. You had to.
Yeah, I've been with you a long ride, man.
Yeah. God is good. God is good. Sister Macklin says hello to you. Uh, yeah, she added her to the broadcast. She says hello to you. Yeah. I mean, how long? First, let's back up. I was pastoring New Beginning Baptist Church. We were having church on 113th and Central, right across from Tabernacle of Faith in the neighborhood of Nickerson Gardens. And I don't know how long I've been pastoring. I haven't been pastoring that long, but I've been pastoring. And Pastor Mitchell had just got called to a church, Great Emmanuel. Before that, he was at Praise of Zion, working with the youth department. And
No.
where were you at before that, Doc? Help me out. Yeah, sorry. Wrong side. Jerome Fisher come back and fight me on that.
Yeah, get you on that one, dog. You fight that one.
You gotta tell some Fisher stories, Doc. So yeah.
Matter of fact, before I started pastoring, about 3 years before I started pastoring, I invited you to Little Zion to preach for us.
Oh, that's right.
Ministry.
That's right.
That was the first time we hooked up when I had you come over there and preach for us at Little Zion, at our young adult department.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
I hadn't
Yeah.
met you before, but I heard of you, and I knew you. I heard you preach before, and I said, let me get him over here. And I talked to Dr. Fish. He said, bring him on in, and we brought you in and you preached for us. And then I started preaching about 2 years after, 2 or 3 years after I had you come over there. I started pastoring.
Okay. Yeah. I remember that. I don't remember preaching though. I thought I came and it was.
You preached. No, we brought you. We had you. You probably don't remember.
It was a revival or something. I think y'all.
It was a youth revival, youth service. It was a young people service.
Right.
I don't know if he was there or not, but we had a service by young people, so you watched fire and you said,
Right, it was during the middle of the week. It was like a weekly thing. I'm still making some adjustments. Yeah, it was a weekly thing. Then you invited me over back. Y'all had you had Stewart in revival,
Right.
and I came and the choir sang, and yeah, so I came twice. I came for right, 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 right. Pop said your volume is low. I don't know how to fix that, Pop.
My volume on my mic.
That's what Pop's saying. I don't know what to do to fix it, Pop. We did good to get on, Pop.
Yeah, please, we had a hard time.
we were fighting this thing for about an hour just to get on, Pop. You know what it is. I know what it is, Pop. I know what it is. His chair sitting a little lower than mine, Pop. That's what it's
Pop
called.
know the truth though. Pop know the truth. Pop know what the deal is.
Pop, he did get a little closer to the mic. Come on, get a little closer to the mic, Doc.
Pop know the deal.
So, Doc, you invited me over to Lil Zion. I came over for the youth night for a youth. I totally forgot about that. All I remember was the Stewart thing. That's right. I remember now.
When the Stewart thing happened, I think I was pastoring my first year, something like maybe my second year in pastoring, we did the Stewart thing. I was already pastoring by the time we did the Stewart.
Okay. Yeah.
Because before I started pastoring, Stewart was living here. When you heard Stewart in revival, he was living in Alabama by then. He had
Right.
moved from Alabama in revival.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Invited you and me, and you went over together to the revival.
Right. Right. Pop said he ain't getting into our fight. So Pop said.
That's right, Pop.
Pop said. Pop said I ain't getting into that. All right, Pop.
But I do remember that when I first started pastoring, you were like one of the first pastors I wanted to reach out to.
Mm-hmm.
But at that time you had moved from Central, so I wasn't sure where you were.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You could Kenny Pitch.
Oh, that's right. Over on Dinker.
Right. And everybody that I called, they were like, man, you don't want to deal with Clay, man. Clay arrogant, he ain't going.
Right, they ain't gonna answer.
And I said, well, man, I want to get him anyway. But nobody would contact you. They said you wouldn't come.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, I ran into Kenny Pittsburgh somewhere. I said, I'm trying to find Clay. He said, man, Clay's in my building. I said, well, man, reach out to him. I'm trying to reach him, Doc. I want to tell him. And somehow, I don't know if he connected us. He gave me your number. He gave you my number. I'm not sure how it happened. And I reached out to you, and you said, man, when you want me to come? I'm there. I'm like, huh? Everybody was saying you wouldn't come. And you said, man, just give me a day, time. Man, we'll be there. And Doc,
Right.
You came 3 weeks later, about a month later, you came. You preached for me. And, man, we've been hooked to the hip ever since that day you came over and preached. Man, we've been brothers and friends ever since. You know?
That's right.
And I just thank God that we were able to connect because we connected at a time where I just started pastoring. I didn't have much help. I didn't have many pastors reaching out to me. And all the senior pastors wasn't dealing with me.
Mm-hmm.
So you were the first one that I connected with who, I had a small congregation, I didn't have but 5 people. So folk wasn't coming to preach to me and my 5, And you came and preached. And after that, man, we've been rocking and rolling ever since.
That's right. Right. That's right. Yeah, God is good.
I started rocking and rolling, Doc, in 1992.
Oh, that was 92. God almighty.
92, Doc, when you came and preached to me, 1990.
I had
September 1992.
I had to be about 12 years old then.
Yeah, right. Yeah. How you gonna be 12 and you celebrate?
I had to be about 12, 13.
How you gonna celebrate 50 years of ministry and how are you gonna play?
I went to LA Unified School District, Doc. So that math might be a little bit off. Yeah, man, we've been friends and brothers ever since. And I thank God for you. I thank God for the friendship and the relationship over the years.
Only God can orchestrate the business.
Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. I have.
The other guys in LA that I knew before you, they don't even talk to me now. So talk to God.
Well, I got some don't talk to me, Doc. I ain't. We'll keep this a friendly show.
Yeah, we ain't gonna go that out.
My good friend James McCool, him and his wife had an interview this morning. Matter of fact, I'm still that idea, but they had an interview this morning, and one of the questions one of the members asked, "Are there any preachers that don't get along?"
Oh, that was the question they asked?
That's one of the questions. And McCool, who loved the Lord, said, "I can't imagine that preachers are that men who preach the gospel don't hate each other."
Imagine that.
You can't imagine that, Doc.
You be a spiritual guy.
Yeah, he been spiritual. That's my brother, man. That's my brother. I was cracking up as I'm driving down the freeway. I'm like, "Doc, I'm glad I can't chime in. I'll give you a list." But anyway, so we're on that subject. So we started fellowship, and you was over on Main. And what was that cross? Broadway. And what was the cross street?
92nd and Broadway.
You was on 92nd and Broadway. Yeah, you was on 92nd. I was sharing buildings with Kitty Pitchford. He was over on Dinker Avenue. I was using his right. I was using his fellowship hall.
Right.
Back in those days. And we started fellowship. We started having joint services together. So I gotta get this story out. So one day I was living out in Orange County, and we were having a sunrise service, and we got up late and started driving like.
Why did we get up late, Clay?
I don't know. You went to bed late or something. I don't know what you was doing, Doc.
The time changed, and you set the clock.
Oh, that's right. The time change. It was a time change on that Easter Sunday.
Up, you did something different and put us 2 hours behind.
Right. That's right. Yeah. Thank you for
Yeah.
throwing me under the bus.
Yes, sir. You the reason we be like, hey.
We was. Yeah. I pushed the clock in the wrong direction, and so we was late. Coming in and Doris Mitchell, Mama Mitchell, was at the back door waiting, and she was nervous. She was nervous because her son ain't ever been late. Dog, won't you let that sink in? Her son ain't ever been late to no service. But my grandmother and mother was there, and when we pulled up, I heard my grandmother singing. And so after the service is over with, they want to find out what's going on, why we were late. And I think my grandmother said, "I know my grandson." So I was nervous. She wanted to start the church and started singing. Mama Mitchell like, huh?
Church over an hour before we got there.
Yeah, they had testimony, they had singing, they had all kind of stuff. When we came, we was the end of this. We were closing out.
My mama was panicking.
Yeah, boy, she was like,
Your grandmama said, don't even worry, they'll be.
"Don't worry about it." He was Ricky. You all right?
Yeah, but she said,
Don't worry about it.
I said, Clay, you go in.
Yeah, because we was in trouble.
And before we could go in, they all came. My mama and your mama came out.
Right.
They came out and got us. Y'all come on in.
That was me. Yeah, we was in big trouble.
Good day.
We had some great times, and I think at some point, I ended up going over to Crenshaw, using my godfather's building at Praise Choir Rose, and we continued the fellowship. And we got to a point in which you were moved from Broadway over to Inglewood, 111th Place.
And that was in 94.
That was 94. So that's these pictures I'm gonna show in a few minutes. That's the time of this those pictures that we're gonna show in a minute. Around 94, 95. It might have been a fundraiser. It might have been. Could have been.
I know it was 94, 95 when we did that event.
Right. Yeah. And so we moved from Broadway to 111th Place in Inglewood, and that was a big step forward in your ministry. And then sometime thereafter, the church that I said we, because I feel like I'm Grady Man. You remember the church that we were, church that we was leasing from, had foreclosed on the building, and never informed us that they had been foreclosed. I mean, I had to find it. Tell me that story. Tell me that story.
Remember, we moved in there in July.
Right.
They lost the building August the 9th. We didn't find out till October, like November. that they had lost. We didn't pay rent that whole time. They didn't own the building.
Wow. Wow. So,
I would call the church's name, but the pastor was deceased, so I won't call it.
well, if y'all press me, I'll call it. If anybody who pays any attention know the name of the church, because certain famous people went there when they were doing like a flashback of where they come from and da 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 and the whole shot. So the church, y'all figured out, y'all internet experts. But the church leased the building to you in July, and they were already in foreclosure when they leased
July
it.
9th, they took it over.
Wow. And tell me what happened with that conversation with the bank.
I went to the bank said to me, we're done with church.
Mm.
We're not going to sell to you, we're not going to lease to you, we're not going to rent to you. All we want you to do is get out of the business. Because
Wow.
you're not supposed to be in the business. Because we own the business.
Wow.
And they wouldn't even talk to me. No conversation. All they would say to me was they were done with churches, they had a bad experience, they did no more churches in the building. They wanted to sell it to a non-church.
Wow. So no.
Called 3 times. That was the response that I got from the first call. And at that time, I was young, I had older deacons, they were panicking. They said to me, Pastor, let's just pack up and let's file slavery. And I said, then the Lord brought us here, and He knew the situation when He brought us here, so it is not what He did. So I'm not looking for a slave. That's when I called you. I said, Clay, this is the situation, and then we got to figure how we're going to be able to save this building. That's what me and you get together. We did a bunch of fundraisers, and we did a bunch of fun. Matter of fact, your godfather and the boys from the squad came and raised me, I think about, and they raised quite a bit of money. I don't know the amount, but he raised me a nice portion towards my down payment. Night he came over about the boys from the squad.
That's right.
From the situation, and they came over and enough to get the boys from the squad came in, and they rocked that place.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. He spent about a good 45 minutes of an hour raising that up for that.
He took an hour at all.
Robert Henry.
He said,
Right.
I'm not going to stop till I get my goal. So some folks just started giving, we could just stop. But he was determined to get that goal he had.
Yeah, he was on a mission. He gonna get that. He gonna get that. Yeah. And
When I talked to Dr. Fisher, my pastor, told him what Robert had did.
oh yeah.
He had to come and try to, outdo the Robert. He can't let Robert a non-pastor do more than me as a pastor. So they kind of initiated him to help me out with Robert case.
Right. Yeah. I almost.
Remember that basketball tournament we put together with all the pastors, man?
Yeah, I remember that.
I think we had the Bell Game.
Nah, I didn't play.
You did. You
I
I
probably went in for about 2 minutes.
You did get out there looking, put your name on the book. You was out there, guys. We had you. We had LaVelle Gates. We had Rodney Howard.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of guys, man. There were so many pastors who came on board with us for that event, and we played the young men from our church.
That's right.
The pastors won that game.
That's right.
All the pastors that was on it, we had quite a few pastors that played.
Yeah.
And Rodney Howard played center for us.
That's right. I totally.
I bet he don't remember that, man.
I didn't remember that Rodney was playing. I remember the event. Yeah.
Rodney played. Remember Rodney played with us. Melvin Reynolds played.
That's right.
Johnson might have even played. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure if Reynolds played and all them played, I'm pretty sure.
A.E. Johnson.
A.E. Johnson probably was there. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
So we had quite a few pastors, man. The Bell Gates was playing, so we had quite a few pastors. It was great.
So your nephew is laughing.
He remember that game. He got beat. He remember the game.
Man, he didn't play. He was about 10 years old, probably.
Eric played that game.
No, I'm talking not your nephew. I'm talking Donald Clay Jr. Donald Clay Jr. laughing at us.
No, he wouldn't have been there. He was young during that time.
Yeah, he was little. He probably can't even imagine. But listen, Don, your daddy can't play.
Play basketball.
Your daddy can't play basketball. Let's be clear on that. He can't play at all, not a little bit. It's never my claim to fame to be able to play basketball. But Harold L. Mitchell can play. Man, he plays some basketball. I was impressed. I never said this to him privately, but I never said this to him. But this Negro plays some basketball, Doc. That Negro plays some basketball. He said he do a lot of stuff. But he played some basketball, Doc. He played some basketball. We had a
I think Jameson played with him. I think Jameson might have played. I'm not sure.
yeah. What to find out, Doc.
Yeah.
Man, that place was packed out.
We packed out. Matter of fact, we used Washington High School gym.
Yeah, it was. I think we sold food. Then we had food. Yeah.
I think from that game, Doc, we raised about $4 grand.
Yeah.
We spent about $4 grand from that one game.
Yeah. I know it's hard to believe, Lil Donald, but this Negro can play. Yeah, he a player.
Nephew,
Listen, Donald. He the Spud Webb of the Baptist preachers. That's all I got to say.
You're right, I should have went. But the Lord took me a different route, but I should have been in there. Say, I tried to tell Darlene and she how she could beat me.
Sis, I don't know that he can play. If you know me, you know I wouldn't just be saying stuff to say stuff.
No.
I saw it for my own eye. I know I've been hearing you saying through you. I was in high school. I played point guard. Doc, they needed me on the team.
That's right.
Bloomington High School. I remember them stories, but when we get out there, we played. We had a great time. Listen, now this is your assistant dean. Look at what your assistant dean said.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Your assistant dean said it must have been a small lineup.
Tell my sister Dean, Doc. You and Hogan were probably the two smallest. Our rest of we was a good lineup.
Yeah, I was sore the next day, but we had fun. We had fun.
It was a good time.
Right. Donald Clay Jr. said, I seen him play. He can hoop. Yeah, he can. Little Donald. He can go. And we made it through. We made it through that trial. There's some other stuff that happened in the meantime that I won't go into, but you made it through that trial.
Remember the bank said they wouldn't sell it to us, right?
Yeah.
It took about 10 members and went down to the bank. And the bank. You probably was there. I'm pretty sure you went with us, and we prayed
Right.
outside that bank.
Mm-hmm.
On 2 Mondays, we went up there and blocked the door and prayed. And when I called back down there, they said, if anybody called you, I said, no, somebody heard your prayer.
Mm.
They want to talk to you. And that's when we negotiated. We started raising all that money to buy the building.
Right.
We've been there now.
How long?
We moved there in '94, and we bought it in '95.
Oh my God.
'94, we found out that the building was going to be sold.
Wow.
And
Wow.
'95, about the middle end of '95, we purchased the property.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And God is good. God is amazing. You go in the building and the building is being foreclosed on. You have to raise money in a quick fashion. The bank don't want to sell it to you. And the Lord just kicked the door down. Took some intervention.
We had one fella, I don't want to call his name either, beat us out some money while we trying to raise it.
I was trying to skip past that part. But anyway, since you brought it
I didn't call his name, but he raised the money, he beat us out some money. So we would use to raise the purchase.
He was trying to swindle and steal hard, the money that we worked hard for to raise. He was trying to steal it, and I grew up in the projects. I still had project tendencies, so I was kind of looking for that fella.
I remember that.
I was over there on Vermont knocking on the door. Where? Asking the deacon, where you at? But God is good. He did. He absolutely did.
I'm grateful, man, because there's not a lot of guys who can say that they met a brother, they became brothers and been brothers ever since.
Right.
God, the fact that he put us together.
Right. Linda Macklin has a question. Linda want to know, have we ever tag team preached together?
That's a good question, Terry. We
I
definitely
don't know. We done. I feel like we have.
I think we might have, because we don't been so, I'm pretty sure we have. Because it sounds familiar, man. Back in our early ministries, in the 90s maybe, I think we probably did somewhere. We were preaching everywhere during that time, so I'm pretty sure. A lot of guys would invite me and you together. Most times we got invited with both of us being invited.
Right.
To our church.
Right.
I'm sure we done that.
Yeah, I believe we have too. I believe we have too. I just can't remember. We done did so much stuff, and then some stuff we did. We just it was improvisation.
Right.
Right. I mean, something was going on. Some church didn't show up, or something happened. Say, all right, Doc, you go first, and then I'll go second.
Right.
Right.
A lot of times on our
Here.
special days he would do it. You know, special Christmases and Easter, we want to preach first, others would go behind him. We did a lot of that.
Here it is. Here it is. So I got an archivist living in my house.
Okay.
Trudy says we did do it one night at Pennywell for the youth night. They used to have a youth live night, and we tag team on that day. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. I totally forgot about that, babe. I totally forgot about that. Yeah. Harry Winbush said, "Hey, Pastor, you remember the Winbushes, right?" Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you made it through that period. Were able to purchase the building, and it's just went on in ministry, and we've been connected. I mean, man, ever since. Your mother called me. McCool said they can't hear you.
They can't hear me at all?
All right, McCool. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear Pastor Mitchell.
I don't know what to do, man, on my end.
I don't know what to do on your end either. We might have to put some overdubs on. Like some Chinese overdubs.
A mic is showing that it's on.
Right, I'm hearing you pretty good.
You are?
Yeah. So this is our first time, Dr. McCool. We're gonna get it square. We're gonna do this again. Oh, Trudy said you just need to sit closer to the computer. I think where you are should be pretty good. Let me know if that's good, Trudy.
Now, better? Can you hear me better?
I can hear you. I can hear you much better.
Okay, maybe they hear me too.
I would holler out the room to ask us if she hear better, but let's press on because we got a Zoom limit.
Right.
So we get past the building thing. Kwame says a little better. Okay. It's better but not clear. We have to work out those technical things. We'll do this again. We got all this technical stuff worked out. This is my grand experiment. So we got through that. We got in the building. Ministry was going, and there was some point in which I left Los Angeles and I came to Las Vegas. And during that time, I was having service at Great Emmanuel. Right before I made the decision to come to Las Vegas, and some of our members, I offered them to stay. I'm like, you should stay with Pastor Mitchell, and you still got a few one or two of them still hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
And right, and that's that. I want you to know that's not. Sometimes people give you stuff, material things, and that means something, but to entrust people, it mean a whole lot. A whole lot to me. A whole lot to me. Let me share these pictures right quick. We gonna come back and we gonna do this thing. We're gonna do this thing again. We're gonna do it right, McCool. I might have him come give me some technical expertise. But this is we had something called Clay and Friends. This is the night that we had this Clay and Friend fundraiser, and this is Betty Bradley and Cheryl Bradley. They were sitting at the table. My godfather, and if you see way over here in the corner hiding, that fella over there in the corner, that fella over in the corner. I'm gonna tell you who he is in a second. But my godfather had a restaurant up on El Segundo and near Van Ness, and so it was half supper club and a half. Donald said that's when he started playing. So that was one part was supper club, the other part was a restaurant. We had this thing called Clay and Friends. So that's Deborah and Carolyn. That's my mother. Yeah, that's the go mama. She was there. Who else? I found these couple pictures. If I scroll through them, Pastor Lee, Sister Lee, they were there. Reverend Vaughn, and then and his wife at the time, and next to him, check him out, Doc. Check him out. Check him out with the fro, the big glasses, the Nehru jacket. That's Pastor Harold L. Mitchell right there, Doc. That's Harold L. Mitchell right there, Doc. Right. And then we have this wonderful crew of people who I love. Your mother, Doris Jean Mitchell. Yeah, she had the braids going, and then Mama Belle, Rose Marie, Rose, and Sister Eleanor Foster. Yeah. This crew right here, was the Great Emmanuel Foundation crew. This crew right here didn't allow no mess to go on. This crew would hurt people. Y'all come up here with some foolishness if you want to. This crew right here, and that tag team duo, Low and Row. Yeah. Do I have anything else? Oh, that was Mama. We saw Mama. Yeah, and that was an event we had. We had a couple of them. That was called Clay and Friends, and the Great Emmanuel was in the house that night. Yeah, Greater. Wow, you got to pray for your dean.
Hey, Clay, when this virus is over, man, what are you doing for Clay and Friends out here, man?
Man, we'll do a Friends. We won't do a Clay.
Let's do.
No, we should do something. We should do something. Kwame, if you think these are blackmail pictures, I got some pictures. These ain't black. These ain't blackmail pictures. I got some pictures. I have some.
We both got some.
Man, you can't remember what pictures are. I ain't even worried about your pictures.
Stories too, though.
You can't remember the stories.
Man, I got some stories, man.
You can't remember those stories.
Some stories, man. You don't even go to the stories.
Oh no, you can't remember those stories, Doc. You cannot remember. Man, this is I'm gonna share this with you right quick. This might predate you a little bit.
Let me see.
This is let's see how I get to that. That's 1992. October 1992. I'm preaching at the California State Youth Convention, I think. Oh, that's right. Doc, that was in 92. Okay. I think that was in Compton. I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong about that.
Now, you had a pro, Doc.
But we already see your fro. That's me, you, and Pop. I don't know. I think I'm so tall I'm blocking it. I don't know what that date is. Yeah. My wife said that flat top though. I was rocking the flat top. Let me see what else I got. But man, you come a long way. Right. As we speak, you are the moderator of the Pacific District Missionary Baptist Association. It's a historic association. I'm not only saying that because I grew up in it,
Right.
but some of our founding pioneer preachers in Los Angeles came through. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm honored to be serving with you, and you serving in that capacity.
I'm honored to have you, man.
Yeah. I started preaching in that convention.
Right.
My pastor was a member, I believe at the time. E. Boyd Esters
Right.
was the
Esther was the
moderator.
moderator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was.
In fact, I got there because Pastor Fisher brought me to that association. That's how I got there. Before I became a pastor, to resign part of that association.
Yeah. And then over the years we maintained relationship. You come to Vegas and we hang out. At one point we had in ministry. I was in I merged churches with the Reverend Jerry Jimerson, Elder Jerry Jimerson, and we organized and Koinonia Christian Church, and you came down, and this is one of those joint anniversary services, and we all went out. We all had went to a buffet right after that. Right, right. All right, man. We had great times. We had great times. We had great times. Just a few. I got tons of pictures. I don't have them tonight. Remember, we just reflected, and having some flashbacks, talking to my brother, and here's the anniversary service. I wonder if you remember this. If you remember this service, before Zoom kick us out. Yeah, yeah. I was there with. Right. I think I must have been in Vegas at the time. I had to be. I was in Vegas. Yeah, I was. Yeah. That was your anniversary service. Um, yeah, I found a few. To anything else that I could share that won't get us in FCC violations. The rest of this stuff is stuff I'm gonna share over time. But man, I appreciate you. I appreciate the friendship and the fellowship over the years, and and I gotta share this. Because meeting you connected me to other people, right? And this fella right here, Hurricane Carter. I got Carter, and we got A.E. Johnson, we got Melvin the Barbecue Hammond. Yeah, these man, because we would take trips out to Moreno Valley when Carter was pastoring out in Moreno Valley. Yeah. Yeah, Doc. Yeah, Doc. He probably, I think that was a funeral service that he probably sang. That's right. He probably sang. Yeah, that's right, Harry Rimbush. That's Community Baptist Church for E. Boyd Estes, up on Central, it's 135th-ish and Central, somewhere around in that area. Yeah. We would go to Moreno Valley, and there were two preachers that we had to keep the mic from.
Who was it, Doc?
One was Carter.
Who was the other one, Doc?
The other was Williams.
Reverend J.B. Williams.
J.B. Williams. I'll let you know. Y'all keep the mic from J.B. Williams and don't give the mic to Carter. His anniversary. I don't know why he grabbing the mic.
It's his anniversary.
Man, we had big fun. We had big fun, big fellowship. And I never felt, sometimes you fellowship with people and you feel the distance among the members, where the members don't connect, right? My grandmother was granny to everybody. I know there's a new granny at Great Emmanuel. We won't step on her toes.
Right.
But
that was the original granny was your grandmother.
Yeah, before that, granny was granny. And her and Mama B had a relationship. Yeah. And they hung out, and man, we have.
Man, I'm still almost convinced, man, that my mom and your mom might have had the same daddy.
Listen.
I'm almost convinced. And this is Arkansas Live. They had a lot of ways alike, Doc.
Man, they had a lot in common. They had a lot in common. Except your mama didn't fight.
No. When I was younger, Doc, my brother got into it with the neighbor's boy, and his mama grabbed my son.
Ooh.
And my mama cooked with some chicken, Doc. Left the chicken with knocked on the woman's door. and told her, whatever you do, don't grab my son. She said, listen, I ain't got time for you. I'll deal with you later. And before she
Wow.
could my mama had a fork in her hand.
Oh,
She started with that fork. No, my mama was fight play. And the next
Chicago.
day, they came out of the house and knocked on the door and apologized to my mama.
Wow.
No,
Well,
no.
it might be related.
That's what I said. It might be related. No, my mama was, don't make her mad. Now, she ain't going to start it, but boy, she going to.
Ooh, they might be related.
Both of them about 4'11", so Doc, you know, they were some fighters, Doc.
Oh man, in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Don't.
I think there may be something to that.
It might be. If you gonna come, you better come correct. You better come correct.
Wasn't she from West Memphis, Arkansas, or something like that?
Yeah, my mother was born in West Memphis, Arkansas. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, born in West Memphis. Born in West Memphis, Arkansas.
I was born in Memphis. I'm saying now, there may be something in that water now.
Yeah, it might be, Doc. It might be. Since we mentioned Low, I'm gonna throw this one in there, cause Low came to Tree of Life when he was about 12 years old. Yeah, might have been, no, he started preaching when he was 12 years old. He was about 17, 18, 19 somewhere when he started coming to the church. And this is, yeah, I believe Low started preaching at 12. I believe. I could be wrong. Somebody correct me on that, but so that's me. I was about 129 pounds. And I think that's Bobby Johnson. Oops. Get past. That's my beautiful wife, but no, that's David Morris. That's David Morris. That's Travis Lamb. I think Lamb was with me when I met you. Lamb was with me when I met you, and David Lowe. Yeah, that was back in the day at the tree. Yeah. Lowe had been preaching a long time. By the time I met Lowe, he was already a veteran preacher. I think he started preaching when he was about 12. Yeah, I think he was about 12 years old when he started preaching. Yeah. So I found that I had to share that. But man, listen, I appreciate you. We got a big event happening in August. I don't want to skip past that. We got a big event.
I'm looking forward to the great date, August 15th.
August. So we talking about August 15th, and nobody know what we talking about. Yeah, that's the tree pop. But my friend, Pape said he referred to the tree. You know, there's a time delay between us talking and people reacting. So he'll say something after this. But my brother is getting married.
Yes, sir.
Him and the wonderful, smart and witty and beautiful Darlene, they're getting married on August the 15th. And I'm super excited about it. I'm super excited about it, and I can't wait to come down there and be a part. COVID-19 has robbed us of all the kind of celebration that we want to have, but that ain't gonna stop the event. Thank you,
I told him
Jesus.
this morning, Clay. I told Sister Kobe told us, you women always trying to start something. You ain't no stop the way. I said, it's got to be a woman because women don't stay mad that long. Now, she been mad since March. Now. So I told that you ain't gonna stop this. So,
Lil Don said, he said, welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. So listen, this whole COVID being a woman thing, I didn't say that. Harold Mitchell said it.
my church said this morning.
Yeah, cause she had been, yeah, and then come back mad. You think she thinks she calmed down, then she come back worse.
I think the average brother, we get mad, we get old.
Man, moving on.
That's what it's been doing.
Yeah, keep it pushing. Yeah, keep it pushing, man. So, your dean says he think it's a woman too.
Yeah, that.
Man, I ain't said that. Pastor Clay didn't say that. Don't send me no hate mail.
You gotta roll with us.
I ain't. Well, they name ships out and airplanes after women, so I don't know about viruses. I'm not gonna get in that. I'm not gonna weigh in them murky waters. But man, that thing. Listen, L.A. How you coping with this whole COVID and church and how's that?
A lot of our churches, man, have literally, had to close because They got senior members. We got seniors. Like you got. I tell pastors every day, you don't stay open because you got faith. You stay you close because you got members. You got health challenges, man. You got to love your members enough to say, I don't care what the governor say. I'm outside right now in a tent. And I went outside, Clay, before the governor said leave the church. I went out because I wanted to keep my members as safe as possible. And so we went and bought a tent. We have our service outside, but we still have minimal people. I still keep my crowds down. We still keep our social distances. We still wear masks, But I just wanted to keep them as safe as I possibly can because even outside, we ain't completely safe. We just a little bit better. I think we're a little bit safer than we are inside the building.
Right.
This virus is thing is serious.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Well, you already got a little pushback from a couple of people on that virus and women. Trudy Queen Clay. The True Queen said, be careful, sir.
I knew it was coming, Clay. I knew it was coming. It's gonna get some more. I knew it was
coming. I'll come back to my sister just text me. And Pop says, son always have the last word. The last word is honey. So take that as marriage advice. You will get the last word, but make the last word honey.
Be honey. Okay,
yeah.
I can do that. I can put that on there. Put that on there.
The last word is honey.
Yeah, I'll put that on there.
Kwame said the police on the way. They're going to be there in a few minutes. My sister said in that picture with me standing by David Lowe that I look like Malcolm. My son Malcolm. He said she said I look like Malcolm in that picture. Did I look like Malcolm in that picture? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, now I look at it. Yeah. Right. You're right, sis. That kind of do. That look like Malcolm. Yeah, sure do. Sure do. Yeah. Kind of look like Malcolm. Yeah. So you've been doing some creative stuff. You're doing the streaming, and you're doing it outdoors in the tent. Matter of fact, I'm stealing some of those ideas. I think we're gonna do one of these Sundays in this month. We're gonna go early and do an outdoor thing.
And I thank God for our FM radio. For the folks, my seniors going to sit in the car. They don't have to get out the car. They sit in the car, hear me through the radio, and watch the service from the car. I parked them in the so they can see me and hear me through the radio. They're loving it.
Okay.
They ain't got to get out the car. They never around no people. Just sit in the car, hear me preach through their radio. And I park them right in front of the tent where they can have a clear view of me and everything.
That's great. We're going to give it a whirl. We're going to give it a try sometime in August. We're going to do it early because, L.A., y'all, weather's a little different than Vegas. So we got to start early because it's already 100 degrees.
How early do you think you'll start? How early?
I'm shooting for 9 o'clock. I want to go to 8 o'clock, but some of our COVID-bound people having problems getting up early. So, I'm up at 4 o'clock. Unlike some people I know from Carson, California, I get up early in the morning. So early ain't no problem with me. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I was having church earlier. I just moved it back to 9. I was doing 8 in the morning.
Yeah, that's right. You was doing 8 in the morning.
I moved to 9 because I went down to one service. I was doing 3 services. I went down to 1.
Right. Yeah, you did. You did. I'm talking about regular during the week, getting up in.
I'm up early during the week, man.
That's all. I know what it is. When my sister came on the scene, when Darlene came on the scene, you had to get up early because of the time difference. 2-hour difference. No. So you was up.
Early, man. Me and the Lord be up talking early in the morning.
Reverend.
I'll talk about that offline though.
Reverend.
We'll talk about that offline.
Reverend.
I want to get you.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get started.
Crosby, don't start nothing, Kwame. Tell us don't start.
Yeah.
Crosby, don't start, man.
Calm down. Yep.
Hey, if they can't hear me, how they know what I said about the COVID? He said they can't hear me.
I found a way to. I think I found a way to turn your mic up. I think I turned you up.
How they hear that? They said they couldn't hear me, but they heard that.
Yeah. Well, they gonna hear that. You can whisper. They gonna hear that.
Like they can't even hear me.
Matter of fact, why don't you try that, Reverend? Next Sunday when you preach, say the COVID must be a woman, but whisper it.
I said it today.
You did? Man, let me go to YouTube.
I said it today, Reverend.
Let me go to Facebook.
In my sermon, I told him that.
Let me go to Facebook. My,
When I told I wasn't gonna have the big wedding ceremony, I told him why.
because
That woman
COVID's
don't got
messing
to,
up.
yeah,
Yeah.
that woman trying to kill my wedding.
Yeah, she trying, boy. She just will not take a break.
No, man.
Yeah.
I thought she'd be through being mad by now.
No, man, she hot as fish grease. She hot as fish grease. Yeah, I'm gonna go back. I tune in to Grady Manuel's Bible study because my motivation for Bible study is this. Though I want to be clear. I'm tuning in to get the word. That's number one, Brother Winbush. I'm tuning in to Pastor Mitchell's Bible study to get the word. The second thing, I'm trying to see if his cell phone is sitting next to him so I can call him in the middle of his Bible class.
That's why I make sure I don't even bring it with me because I know you're gonna try to get me. I leave it on me.
I'm trying to call him in the middle of the Bible class.
Leave it on the
Because Pastor Mitchell, he will call me. There are two people in my life that will call me. I don't care when and what time it is. What's going on? One of them is my friend Tanya Colston. I work with her for years. Tanya would call me and I'll be doing a wedding. I'll be right getting ready to do the wedding. I'm getting, the bride is marching down. I'll be like, Tanya, I'm going to do a wedding and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, Mr. Clay, my computer and blah, 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 blah. I said, I'm doing a wedding. And the other one is Harold Mitchell. I'm in the middle of chapter 2. I'm like, oh, God. Ain't nobody. Can y'all tell Pastor Mitchell I'm on the phone? I'm in Bible class. And I never could catch you with that phone. You leave that phone in the office.
Yeah, I leave it off.
Yeah, I try to get Ruba to conspire with me. I said, Ruba, just go on over there and do something. Just, Look at Paula. Look, see, this how you know I ain't lying. This Paula. You know Paula, member of my church from Mississippi.
Yeah.
Paula says, cause he always calling you. So she been in the service when my phone ringing is you on the phone.
Tell her it's good. I tell her it's good to testify. It's good to testify.
It's good to testify.
Yeah, go and testify, girl. It's good to testify.
Man, but I'm super proud of you, Doc. Hanging in there, man, over these years.
Do this again, man. We gotta do it again, man.
We're gonna do it again. We're gonna work out the glitches. This is just about reminiscing. We're not trying to.
No,
This is conversations we have all the time. This everyday conversations we have all the time. And I just appreciate the friendship and the fellowship and the brotherhood. And man, I love you with everything I got. Your mama loved me. Listen, your mother loved her some Harold Mitchell.
Yes, sir.
Before we close this, I never forget one night. I don't remember what time it was, but it was late. I don't know what time it was, like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. Your mama got up and fixed a meal. You remember that?
We got our preaching somewhere, and we came in from preaching. Some late night. I don't know what it was. Something we was out somewhere to like one of them. We preached 3 or 4 times somewhere. By the time we got through, it was like late, and we came in. She got up and fixed us all something.
She fixed a whole throwdown meal. Paula says, congratulations on your wedding. Mama Mitchell loved her son. I know she loved the rest of the kids, but I can only speak for her son. I was around 2 other ones.
Right.
But she loved you, Doc. She got up at 1 o'clock in the morning and fixed a meal. I think we had dressing.
We had dressing. We did.
And we had a bunch of stuff. Yes. Oh, my God.
I just thank God, man, that I thank God that at the time I started pastoring that God still had her here because her sister Foster, both are going home now with the Lord, but both of them were key to sustaining my early ministry along with Mother Bell.
Right.
Mother Bell was still here. But them 3 women, man, and they helped me make it through them rough seasons of my early ministry.
They sure did. They were the Holy Trinity. That doggone Eleanor Foster was tough as nails.
Yes, sir. And was fighting about her family.
Man, listen. When y'all we come to Vegas. I was using Vegas View Church at the time. God bless Pastor Mason and that family for extending that to us in our early days. Eleanor Foster wanted some chicken. She didn't want no regular chicken. She wanted some black folk chicken.
I remember that.
And she found a place that I think it's called Stop and Go. And she Did she walk?
You walk.
She walked from Vegas View all the way to Stop and Go to get chicken and then walk back. I said, Sister Foster, I'm from the south side of Chicago. I ain't worried about nothing.
Those were her words. And she walked in that hood and got her some chicken and walked on back.
And she walked on back. Ain't nobody bother her. Ain't nobody bother Eleanor Foster. Ain't nobody bother her. And bet nobody bother her pastor either.
No, sir.
Man, she fights you, try to mess with her pastor.
I had left town playing. I just got back, and they was at the church on the parking lot sitting out. And Johnson was there. A was there. He was sitting down talking to Sister Foster and all them. When I walked up, there was no chair. And she said to Rem Johnson, give my pastor the chair. He said, he can give him. No, I want him to get the chair you sitting in. You get up, get him your chair, and go get you a chair. And he didn't like it, but he got and gave me that chair. She said, no, you get out the chair you in and give my pastor your chair and go get you.
Yep.
He got up, Doc, but playing with it.
No, she wasn't playing. She loved Harold Mitchell, boy. Don't even look. Don't even come in here sideways. Don't even come here sideways. Don't even come sideways.
There's two women that I still miss to this day, and that's your mama, my mama, and they both loved our ministry. They both loved us, and you, my mama, you was her son. Mm-hmm. Your mama, I was her son. I thank God that not only did we connect, but our mothers connected with us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I got to tell this one story, then we're going to get off here. 2 days before my mother died, it was Mother's Day. Mother's Day. Lil Donna might know this story. It's Mother's Day. So first of all, I was coming to LA from Vegas, and on the way, traffic was horrible. So I'm calling my mother, seeing if I could delay it a day. Maybe I'll just come Monday. So I'm on the phone, I'm like, Mom, traffic's terrible. Bumper to bumper, ain't nobody moving. I ain't even at state line yet. She said, I'll see you when you get here. I'm like, what? Anyway, I fight all that traffic. Come to see Mama on Mother's Day and bring her the flight. And Mama is feeling really, really low. She really has not a whole lot of energy. I got the picture of, matter of fact, next time we come on, I may share it with you. I got the picture of that day. She sunk down in the chair. She has no energy whatsoever. We talked for a little bit, but she's tired. And then, an hour later, this fella come in with a lime green suit on. Harold Mitchell. Walk in the door. When my mama knows it's Pastor Mitchell, she get animated. She like, oh, Pastor Mitchell's here. I'm like, wait a minute. I come in, you ain't got no energy. I barely get a hello. Pastor Mitchell come in, my son, Silo, son, how you doing? No, I'm doing good. Everything's well, right? Am I lying?
No, that's what she did. I thought she was doing good all day.
No, she put on that performance for you. She came up for you. She gave it all. 2 days later, she went on to be with the Lord. But that day, boy, she found some energy for Pastor Mitchell. That said to me, she loved you.
Oh no, yeah, she did. I thank God. Only, like I said, we connected, but our mothers connected with us as well.
Right. Yeah, she loved you, Doc. She loved you. My mother put together her order of service before she passed. Years. This is years. This document was probably a good 10, 15 years old, maybe 20 years old. And in that document, she had who she wanted to do what. And on that list is if you don't preach Ricky, don't y'all call me Ricky.
It's okay, man.
If you don't preach Ricky, then she said it's okay. Then Pastor Mitchell has to preach. That was in her instructions. She had stuff for Sparks, she had stuff for Duckett, but that was her instructions, and we followed her instructions to the letter. But that says something that, my mother loved you and your mother loved me, and I listen. Yeah.
I want to close on this before you go, Clay. What happened at the funeral with the chicken? What happened with the chicken, man?
Well, since Lil Donald is here, I'm gonna tell the chicken story. So, first of all, my mother gave explicit instructions that she didn't want nobody falling out and acting a nut at the funeral. She didn't want nobody crying and, being over emotional. And so the night before, Donald remember this. We had a meeting. In that meeting, I said what my mother said. She want nobody acting nut and falling out and da da da. We had a particular family member whose name I won't call. We directed our conversation to that family member and said to them, listen, my mama don't want nobody acting a nut. Okay? All right. So, that family member had an emotional outburst. Somebody picked her up, carried him out. They didn't pick her up. They escorted her out. And then something happened. I was getting very emotional, and I didn't want to, disrespect my mother. So I got up, and little Donald grabbed me, and we walk out together. And I'm crying, and he cried, and we started crying. So Mama B, meet me at the back door. She said, Pastor Mitchell, Pastor Clay, they didn't come with the chicken. Where the chicken at? We need to get the chicken. I said, Mama B, I don't know nothing about no chicken. I don't know who supposed to be. I think Rhonda supposed to bring the chicken. She made me stop crying and weeping to answer her question about the chicken.
I gotta make sure there's some chicken for the repast family. So Doc,
Yeah.
to this day, I laugh about. When I think about it, I laugh about that to this day. Mama B and that chicken. I tease about every day.
Man, Mama B, she a sweetheart. She an absolute sweetheart.
Pastor Clay got something to eat when this is over.
Yeah, she said we got to feed the family. Where the chicken at? Yep. I'm like, man, I don't know where the chicken is. I think Rhonda supposed to bring. I don't know about it.
He said because ain't no chicken, I'm gonna get a ride to the.
Listen,
place.
you can't have no Baptist repast without chicken.
No chicken. That's what she said. You gotta have some chicken.
Man, that's the holy grail. Yeah. Trudy said Mama B is just trying. She was just trying to help. She was. Mama B is a blessing, boy.
Chicken there one way or the other, Doc. We'll get some chicken there.
Yeah, it was gonna be some chicken. She was gonna make it happen. But yeah. I love Great Emmanuel people. I love you. I love the church, and man, I thank you. We're gonna do this again because we got too many stories to tell. We'll go down the list and pick the ones that is palatable for the internet.
Yeah, they can use on it.
I love you, man. I love you, Doc. I love you.
Love you, man. Thank you for letting me be on with you, man. I appreciate you, Clay. Thank you, man. Love you, my brother. Thank you so much.
Keep up good work. Give my love to sis, and we're gonna see you in a few days.
All right, yeah. Tell Sister Clay I love her.
All right, Doc. All right.